Hello everyone, it's Chanel with Color Me Stylish, and I am back with a new video this week. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. So I decided I wanted to do a video on perfumes. I haven't done one yet, and it is something that I really love to use. I use it every day, when I go to sleep, when I wake up, all sorts. So I figured, why not talk about it? So if you are new to this channel, I am Chanel with Color Me Stylish, and I love doing makeup videos, fashion, and lifestyle. If that is something that interests you, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the like button. It definitely helps this channel to be pushed out to others so that they can see what I'm talking about as well. So I so appreciate that. Okay, so in this video, I am going to be covering just some different things about fragrances and perfumes. I love to wear them. I have a perfume for when I go to sleep. I have a perfume for when I am out during the day. I have perfumes for when I go out at night, casual picnics, wineries, everything. So I love perfumes. So my love for perfumes started from my mom, definitely. She just always forever smelled good, and it didn't matter. She had a perfume, again, just like me, where she was going to bed. She had a perfume for when she was going out. We always knew when she was about to leave the house because you can smell the perfume coming from her room before she even got to the living room or anywhere else around. So you would just kind of be sitting there like, she's going someplace, Mama's going someplace. You would just definitely smell it. And one of her favorites that I can remember, it was either Chanel No. 5, which I have a fondness for, or hence my name, or she would have like, is it Elizabeth Taylor, like White Diamonds, you know, a lot of those classic scents as well. So, but that will always be something that she is known for and be remembered for, as she smelt amazing at all times. And so I definitely have picked up on that trait, and is something that I love to do too. And that's what people know me for as well, which is kind of fun, as I'm kind of following in that footsteps, and my daughter is not too far behind. Just going into the perfumes that I am currently using right now. So I have like a whole box that I kind of brought up, that I keep in my closet, that I kind of use on a daily, pretty much on a daily. Perfume is by Dior, and my husband, I think this was from Christmas. So I haven't had a chance to try this one before getting it for Christmas, and I am in love with it. Just the notes that it has, it's really nice. It almost has like a little bit in between of a musk, but it has vanilla notes as well. And I'll kind of put on the screen some other notes and things like that, so I can be, know what I'm talking about, or just, to share with you guys in case this is something that you're looking for, because you know the specific smells that you want. But this is a really great one just for every day. It's really light. I love the style of the bottle, and just like the design of it. And I'm trying to think, I can't remember the actress's name. I'll probably put it on the screen, of who was in the commercial, but they just look like Greek goddesses in their, just like their gold, with necklaces and things like that. But this is just a fantastic one for every perfume that I'll constantly go back to this. It is by Vera Wang, and I will get the name and put it on the screen for you guys, but this is the bottle. And as you can see, it is loved. I go through this quite a bit, and then I kind of take a break, and then I'll be someplace and I'll smell it again, and it's always like that trigger of, okay, why did I let that go? That needs to stay in my arsenal at all times. But just with this scent, it smells like a wedding. It smells like, that special occasion. And again, I'll put the key notes of the smells and things like that on the screen, so you guys can have a better idea of what that smells like. But this is awesome. I love this one so much. It smells really good. And this is just one of those really light scents as well, that I just always imagine being in this like floral dress, or even a wedding dress, something where you're maybe at a beach wedding, or that springtime kind of event outside, but it's very light. It doesn't overpower anything. So it's like when you put it on, I almost forget that I have it on until somebody's like, oh, what is that smell? So this is a really great one as well that I love. And again, it is well loved. So I'm definitely going to have to pick up some more of this one. And going into my Chanel perfumes, so going in with one of my favorites, this is Coco Mademoiselle. Again, you can see that it is well loved and well used. I put it on today because I am going to be going out right after I finish filming. But again, this has such a beautiful scent. I'll put a picture of it on the screen and also the notes so you can kind of see what that smells like and just have a better idea. But again, this is a great one for just every day. This is definitely a signature scent that a lot of women I know love to use, but it just is light, it's airy, it's beautiful, and it's just one of my favorites definitely. And it's something that once it's done, as you can see, it's getting closer, I will definitely be restocking. And so it kind of definitely looks like I'm going to be doing, I think when we travel back to the US this summer, a huge perfume haul. So I'm just going to be looking forward to just like snatching up all of my favorite perfumes. So stay, on the video, because towards the end I will be sharing with you guys some great ideas on how to save money and great places to buy perfumes, things like that. Also, again, to save money or find discounts, things like that. So that's towards the end of the video. And so for this one, I love this one. So I got this one, my son picked this out for me for Christmas. So it hasn't gone down too much. Again, these are really great perfumes because they just have such a potent but not overpowering scent. All you need is one squirt, maybe another one. So usually for me, when I put on perfumes, I tend to spray right in my chest. You could probably see where I sprayed the other one earlier because it definitely tends to have oils to carry that scent. And then a weird place is I like to put it either behind my knees or behind my neck. And so I tend to do that. Of course, try to do that before you put on clothes, just in case, because you don't want it to ruin certain fabrics, things like that. My Chanel number 5, and I love this one. Actually, no, I'm sorry. This one is my Coco Mademoiselle, so it kind of says it like right at the bottom here. But this is a really great option, and it's like this scent right here. And so I love this one because this is just great for travel, and then you can kind of take this out and get these refilled. So clearly I need to get this refilled. But again, towards the end of this video, I'll share with you guys some of my secrets in purchasing perfumes, scents, things like that, and how to save money. I feel like Zara has amazing scents. I just go in, again, it's dangerously close because it is literally up the street. In the area that we live in here in Mexico, it's kind of like their high street. And so this, specific Zara is just catered to a little bit more high net worth people, or just the area that it's in. It's just not a flagship because it's not huge, but it has the feel of a flagship. So it just tends to carry a lot more just different items, things like that. But yeah, I went in and I picked this up. So this one is called Bright Rose, and I love being able to get little rollies like that because you can kind of just try out the scent and see if that is something that you like. And so it's just really cute. It's great to kind of keep in my purse. So I'll kind of just show you that. So, and it's just like a great little like just roll on. So it just kind of gives you a little bit of a scent, but nothing too much. And this scent, I have to say, again, this is called the Bright Rose, but it smells just like Narciso Rodriguez. I'll put a picture up here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But that, I think, has to be one of my favorite scents. And I know he came out with a new one, but it just smells so good, and it's such a great nighttime. So I actually tend to use this one after I get out of the shower and I put on my pajamas. I like to smell good all the time. And then this one is just a really fun one for just light days or just getting out of the shower at night as well. This is also from Zara, and this is called Tropical Boost. So it just has a lot more florals. It's a lot more fun. It just smells almost like it's pretty similar to Marc Jacobs Daisy, I will say. So it just has like those sweet notes, just very fun, very flirty, floral. So the next one that I really like, and I picked this one probably up a year ago, so Only thing with this one is I cannot see through the bottle to see if it's actually getting close to being done, but I think it's pretty close to being done. But this is, and I think I might butcher this, I'm so sorry, but this is the Arpiège. It's by Lanvin. It's really, really good. I love how the bottle looks. It's really cute, but it just has, this one definitely has more of a deeper and richer woodsy kind of, I don't want to say like musky, but it's just more of a richer and dark toned perfume scent. This is from Ixu or Ixinu. So this is a more of a boutique style perfume. It is very close to our house. I actually never heard of this brand until I moved here to Mexico City. So I'll share with you just like the name of it right here so you guys can kind of see, but it's really cute. They curate a lot of their scents and home scents and things like that. And then what's really fun is the guy told me, you know, they tried to be a little bit more sustainable, things like that, that when you're finished with your bottle, so this has more of like a very clean, I just took a shower with the best soap ever, but I'm very clean, I'm very fresh. It just has that type of scent to it. So I love this. This bottle is so cute. And then the guy afterwards is kind of like, when you're done with it, you basically take the top of it and you can just kind of make this cute little vase. And then what he did is when the perfume is finished, he unscrewed the top and then he had little flowers, like a little stem and things like that kind of on the inside with some water. So it's just something that's really cute and sustainable to turn into like a tiny little cute vase. And so that was like the look of what he showed me. But since this is still so full, this is the top and that is how it is. Into the last of the perfumes that I have right now, I'm starting to forget. This is one of the newest ones that I just picked up. This one is the Bright Crystal by Versace. So I just love, it just looks like one big diamond. It's really cute. So I just recently picked this one up and I just love this one. This reminds me of the Dior, Miss Dior, kind of. I know I don't want to like kind of compare, but just to kind of give you an idea of maybe if that's something that you already have in your collection, this is pretty similar. So I love this one. Really, I like this one a lot. It also reminds me of Lancome. I'm gonna put a picture on the screen. Now I'm forgetting, I just had it in my head. Oh my goodness, but I'll put it on the screen because I know what I'm thinking, but I'll put it on the screen. But it has almost like that scent as well. So again, it's very flirty, it's very floral, it's very sweet. Again, just one squirt is enough. Kind of just goes with like the outfit, just something very floral, very cute, very girly. And so I love this scent. And then this is one that I recently picked up as well that I haven't had in probably 4 years, if not 5 years. It's been a long time. I feel like when I was really getting into perfumes and having to have them all the time, this was like one of the first ones in that kind of collection that I was going for. And so this one just has, this one is Calvin Klein, the Euphoria. I always loved the bottle. It's just really different. And it just has like that really pretty color here. And so it has this almost like a nice rich smoky feel, but not campfire smoky, more just and again I'll put like some notes and things like that because it's kind of hard for me to explain it, but it just has that really nice mature muted musky, I should be a spy in a movie type like scent. I don't know how to describe that. I'm sorry if I'm like messing that up or causing more confusion, but it just smells so smooth and so sexy. And it's just, you enter the room and people are like, who are you? So yes, this one right here, this is from Viktor and Rolf, and this is the Flower Bomb. This, I think, is one of my top 5 scents. And again, I go through this so much, so often. I know that they have like just different variations in the Flower Bomb, but the original is it for me. It is so good. Again, as you can see, I go through this. I like to use it. I am just down to the last drizzle. So again, when I go back to the States, it's gonna be something that I'm gonna have to just have like a full list and say, okay, like I'm here for this. Let me just get all of these to kind of carry back. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to like bubble wrap so many things in my suitcase after I get all of these, but it's definitely going to be worth it. And then this one I love. I got this one over, I think, the holidays, and this is the YSL, and I'll put the name on the screen. But again, this is one of those scents where it's more rich, it's more full-bodied. I feel like I'm talking about a red wine, but I feel like it just has that vibe. And so this one is definitely I'm going out to dinner, I'm feeling myself, I'm full glam, I feel wonderful, I feel sexy, I feel mysterious, and this definitely gives me that feeling to just kind of like add to all of those scents. So or all of that vibe that I'm feeling for that moment. Okay, so now going into the perfumes that is on my wish list. And so because I don't have them, I will share with you on the screen some pictures somewhere over here. But these are the ones that I definitely want to try. So first going in with, or I've tried them before, but it's been so long, like I need to go back. I need to like go back to these, or I just haven't been able to like get them at all. So first one is the Light Blue by Dolce & Gabbana. So I think that was probably my first perfume. I think that was like my first perfume. It was like the first one. Working in high school, I had my money and I bought myself a perfume, and it was like my first one, and I felt so grown and I felt so fabulous, and that scent just brings me back to that time. But it just has that clean and classic scent. It is so nice and so fresh. And now they've come up with so many different variations. So I definitely want to revisit this style and this perfume. I've been just kind of seeing it resurface lately. And so I'm kind of like, I need to add that back. I need to add that back to my collection and just kind of replace some things and go back into that. That is on my wish list that I'm definitely going to be looking for this summer is the Chanel, sorry I'm looking at my list, but it's the Chanel Coco Noir. So I came across somebody kind of talking about it on TikTok, and I was like, oh my goodness, how did that slip through my fingers? How did I not jump on this bandwagon yet? So it just has the sense of, again, it's more rich, more full-bodied. It has, I feel like, that really nice rich vanilla scent notes to it. And again, so I'll insert like a photo and then like some of the keynotes, things like that, so you guys can have an idea. But that is definitely one of the items that is on my list that I am very looking forward to getting. And then of course, stocking up back on my Coco Chanel. I think this is something that that's one of my staples that I always have in my kind of stockpile. So next on my wish list, I have been seeing these perfumes all over, and I am like, oh, do I bite the bullet? Do I just kind of go for it? I'm not sure. I need to kind of play around with them a little bit more, and I'm hoping, I know I will kind of butcher the end of the name, please forgive me, but it's the Madison Francis, and it's the Courtesan perfume, and it's the Baccarat Rouge, and right now it is running about $845, so I'll kind of insert a photo right here. And then there's also just like some different ones as well. The other one that I'm looking at and that's the same scent, and it's the Cued or the Oud Satin Mood. So this one is running between $300 to $565. So again, I'm like, Mother's Day is coming. Mama's been working hard. That's gonna be like on my list. So I definitely want to get into these perfumes and kind of try them out and kind of, just add that to my collection. But they smell incredible, and I want to have them in my collection. 2 different ways to make your perfume last. So you're going out, you're going to be out all day, and you want your perfume to kind of just, you know, keep up with what you're doing. So again, I will be reading from a list because I don't want to forget anything. But the number 1 is to apply it to your pulse points. And so again, I like to kind of place it right here on the sides of my neck. I like to apply it to my wrists, not rubbing in, but just a spritz and just kind of letting that air out. And then another place I like to put them is behind my knees. And then you can also place that in the inside of your elbows as well. And so the number 1, and this is something that I used to do so much when I was younger, is I would put on perfume and then I would kind of do this. And what you're doing is you're rubbing away the oils and all those other things and those notes in the perfume and kind of breaking it down faster. And especially with that heat that you're creating. And so that tends to evaporate and just kind of go away a lot faster. And then spraying your heart. So yes, I do tend to spray it right here, hence the little shiny spot because of the oils. But you don't want to, because there's so much heat right here next to your heart, your chest plate, that tends to just kind of burn off a lot faster, and so you don't want to do that. And then spritzing just right after you get out of the shower. So again, what I like to do is I like to just, you know, get out of the shower, dry off, and then start maybe doing like my face skincare, day skincare, whatever. And then as my skin dries and I've put on my creams, things like that, you know, it's just all about layering. So it's, you know, you can kind of just spray that perfume on and then kind of put on your cream, so you kind of trap that in, but it just tends to just last a little bit longer. Another great way to make your colognes or your perfumes last is to layer. So if you have, you know, in a lot of those gift sets, you know, where you'll have the perfume, and then you'll have the body mist, and then you'll have the lotion, or either the body wash, things like that. It's all about layering. So that will definitely help your perfume or your fragrance to last. And so starting with the shower, then going, you know, after you dry off, you already have that scent on your skin, and then going into putting on the body cream. Now you're just layering on that again and then doing your spritz. So it's like a 3-part series. Again, if you have sensitive skin, be careful, because of course these things have a lot of fragrance, so you want to be careful. But that is a way to definitely have that last. Another way to make your perfumes last is to use a perfume oil. So I'll be kind of talking into some of those other ones as well, but a lot of perfumes have, you know, those oils and things like that. Hence, when I spray, I had like that shiny spot to like start this video. And so because they have the oils and it's hydrating your skin and getting in there, that tends to help your perfume last. And check the basic notes of the perfume. And so a lot of them will last a little bit longer when they tend to have florals and cinnamons or vanilla notes as well. And then know when your perfume is going to expire. So my thing is, you know, you've seen so many of the images, and I'll kind of put them right here, where you will see just fragrance influencers or just collectors in general, and they'll have a whole wall of like perfumes. I don't know how they're making that work, but you kind of want to know when it's going to expire. So for the most part, I really use my perfumes. I try to keep a small collection, so again, I can see when one is ending, things like that. But as it starts to get older, that's when it won't smell as strong and it won't last as strong. And so that kind of takes me into the next point that I want to make on fragrances, and that is how to store them. Okay, so going into how to store your fragrances and colognes. So again, I'll be reading from a list so I don't forget anything, but I will try to list them on the screen as well. And so number 1 is keep the bottle closed until the first spritz. So when you first buy your perfume, you bring it home, you're super excited. I know sometimes you'll smell it, and I'm guilty of this too, where sometimes I'll even take the cap off and then I'll just kind of leave it off to the side. Well, it can evaporate. So you just want to be careful and not have any, just keep the cap on, just keep it tightly, secure, everything like that. So it helps just to kind of keep all of that scent inside and protected, because these can be pretty expensive. And so you want to protect that investment. And store your perfumes in a dark place. So for me, in our closet, I have like a vanity, if you will, or like a countertop. My husband has his, I have mine, and I like to store mine like just in this cute little tray on top. And so that is something that, where I store my perfumes, because if we're not in that closet, it's dark, it's protected, there's no direct sunlight. And so that is something, again, to help protect the perfumes. And then store them in a dry place. So you want to make sure it's not a place that gets, again, really hot, really humid, can build up condensation, things like that. And that can also ruin it. And then, just keeping your perfume in the original box. That's a little bit of a hassle. That is not something that I tend to do. But again, if you know that you have 100 different perfumes, 200 different perfumes, then you might want to keep a lot of those in the original box, because again, if you have a lot of light in your room, a lot of sunlight, things like that, well, that box is going to help to like create its own dark and cool place and keep it a little bit more protected to stay longer. And then store scents on a low level shelf. And so again, heat rises. And so you want to just kind of keep it. So ours is kind of like maybe 4 foot tall, like my little vanity, like table area. And so you just want to kind of keep that somewhere on a lower shelf, nothing too high, because again, heat rises, humidity rises, all that other stuff. And you just don't want anything to kind of ruin what you have and kind of even change the scent over time of your perfumes, especially again, if you have a very large collection. To go ahead and round out this video, I will talk about some places to help you save on perfumes and some travel ideas for your perfumes as well. So first, starting with just some ideas on where to save money. So I'll kind of just put some ideas on the screen. But one of my favorite places that I feel like is really good is Macy's. I know everybody's, especially, you only hear about their perfumes and what they're offering in their gift sets during Christmas if you were in the US, or just other things. There is a website also called Fragrance X, and they always have just really great deals. You're able to save money on perfumes. So again, going into Macy's, not to jump over that, is they have amazing deals. They always have really nice gift sets where, again, if you want to layer that, it's a great way to either gift fragrances or just kind of keep them for yourself, and to kind of layer that, because they'll have like really great scents of Chanel or Christian Dior, Versace, Fendi, all of these different designers, but then they'll come with either like maybe a deodorant or a body lotion or just a home fragrance, just like a mix of different things, so that you can kind of just keep adding and layering. And that's a great way to save, because then you have your perfume that you wanted, and then you also have like maybe a travel size. So that's like perfection right there, and you've saved money. Another place that I really like to buy perfumes, don't sleep on it, it is in the US, and it is called TJ Maxx or Ross. So they are, more of a discounted stores to kind of buy things, and they have amazing deals. So it's one of my favorite places to buy makeup. And it is also one of my favorite places to look for perfumes, things like that. So again, it may not be the most popular places to pick up perfumes, things like that. So you're not gonna get the latest and greatest that just launched, but you're gonna find classics like the Vera Wang or the, Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, or, the Marc Jacobs Daisy. You're gonna find a lot more of the classics at a great price. So that is definitely a place to go and check out. And then what I'll do is kind of include a list, because it's super fun just to kind of see what is coming out. And so I'll kind of put that on the screen and just kind of share with you guys, because I'm always wondering, like, okay, what are the new ones that are coming out? What is up? What is upcoming? Ulta Beauty is a really great, or Sephora place, to kind of see what is upcoming. I know Tom Ford is a perfume set that I've been looking for and that I want to try, and so just kind of popping in there every so often just to kind of check out their perfume, you know, aisle and seeing what's out, what's new, things like that. But they tend to drop new releases in the summertime and getting ready for holiday, so that's always a really great time to kind of get ready and stock up and just kind of get your arsenal list together on what you want to do. Going into traveling with your perfumes to kind of round out this video. Thank you guys so much just for staying until the end. And if you are enjoying this, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, please. I would love that. And subscribe. I upload every week, but just to kind of, yeah, so you guys can stay up to date with videos, things like that. So for travel, so this is one that I picked up, I think over the summer, and I need to pick up some more. But these are really nice perfume sets, or not sets, but just travel. So that basically what you would do is, a lot of them have like a more of a pump action. So you would take this off and open up the bottom, and then you would kind of just like pump it this way, and so you would kind of fill up this bottle so that it's easy to travel with. This one was a little bit different, and so I am definitely going to have to replace this and kind of get something a little bit different. But how this works is you kind of just take this out, and so there's a little bit left, but you would just kind of unscrew this completely from the top and then kind of pump in your perfume into here and just kind of fill it up. But this one, it wasn't as great as I was hoping for, because you're kind of, as you're spraying inside, you're still wasting a lot of that perfume for it to get in here because it's going in the air. So the ones, and I'll kind of show, you know, some examples, and they're easy to find and affordable from Amazon, but you can kind of just more pump it from the bottom so that every single bit ends up in your travel set. And so you can kind of get a couple of these, and then just you screw them down, and it just makes traveling so easy. Or I even just carry these around in my purse here, but that makes it really easy just to kind of travel. And then I'll include just some other different ideas for traveling with your perfumes, different sets, different cases, things like that, so you guys can have a full idea of, you know, just some different options for when you are traveling. Summer's coming up, you just finished spring break, holiday travel, just different things like that. You want to take your perfumes with you. Smell good everywhere. I thank you guys so much for joining me this week for perfumes, and next week I want to talk about fragrances for the home. So I love perfumes, as you know, as I talked about all through this video, but I also love it when my house smells really good too. So I wanted to do an add-on to this, is a series on just perfumes and, you know, home fragrances, and some of my favorites and some that I am wanting to try, and just the different array of home scents that are offered on the market. So stay tuned for that video. That is next week, but I thank you guys so much for joining me this week for this video, and I just appreciate you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next time.